Question 19, calculate the lowest common multiple of 7 and 8. So basically, if we do multiples of 7 and then multiples of 8 and make two separate lists, the lowest common multiple will be the lowest one that's common to both lists, lowest one that's in both lists. So multiples of 7 are the 7 times table, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. So all we're doing here is going up in 7s, 42. Now I'm going to put ... which indicates that we could go further, we could keep going, but we don't want to keep going unless we need to. So mathematicians are quite efficient, so they do the minimum amount of work possible to get the right answer. So now we might need to make that list longer though if we can't find a number that's common to both lists. So now let's do the 8 multiples of 8. So 8, 16, 24, 4 8s are 32, 5 8s are 40, 6 8s are 48. So I recommend doing the first 6 in each list. You might need more, you might need less than that, but 6 generally will cover it. So 7 and 8. Let's have a look. So is there a number that's common to both lists? Well, actually there isn't. So there isn't a number that I can see in both lists, which actually means that we do need to make the lists longer. So the next number in the 42, and what we're looking for is the first number that appears in both lists. So the next one for 42 would be 49. The next thing in the 8 times table would be 56. Still nothing in both lists. If we go back to the 7s, going up in 7 again, 49 add 7 is 56. And now we can stop, because for the first time, we've got a number appearing in both lists, and that number is 56. Therefore, the lowest common multiple, which we can shorten down to LCM, is 56. Now, if you're thinking, well, this is nice and easy, all I had to do is times the 7 by the 8 to get 56, that does work for this one, but it doesn't work all the time. So 7 times 8 is 56. So I'll give you a couple of examples of why that doesn't always work, just timesing the two numbers together. So 5 and 10. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 10 isn't 50. If you times them together, you get 50, but it's not 50. Because if you do 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, you can clearly see that the lowest common multiple is 10. So it doesn't always work to times them together. Another example is 4 and 6. Going up in 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Going up in 6s, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Now 4 times 6 is 24, but again, as you can see, the lowest common multiple is actually 12, not 24. So we've got to be really careful about just assuming that we can times the numbers together to get the lowest common multiple. It doesn't always work. This method of doing the lists of multiples of both numbers and then seeing what's the lowest in both lists, that will always work.